Hi, Jen Gilchrist here, your soul alignment and success mentor. And I am here to give some tips today around 5 simple yet powerful ways to really get back into your power around the topic of money so that you can get your manifesting mojo back. Say hi if you're joining, whether you're live or the replay. I'd love to see who's here. For those that are new to me, I work with heart-centered, purpose-driven entrepreneurs to really move through their limitations, align with their unique gifts and purpose work and message so that they can create the income and impact. And so today, hey Crystal, thanks for joining. I want to talk about the topic of money because I know it can be stressful, right? And I believe that every time we are up-leveling our business, every time we're taking things to the next level, or perhaps when you're launching a new product, the energy can get a little stirred up. And before you know it, you're finding yourself really anxious and not getting the results that you wanted. And so these tips today will be really simple ways that you can begin to shift that energy pretty quickly. Sometimes I think this could take 5 minutes. To help you get back into that attraction mode. Hey Jill, thanks for joining. And then at the end, I will I think I'll do a few, hopefully don't let me forget, I'll put these right here. Do a few angel cards just to get some more guidance from the universe on the topic as well. And then for those of you that haven't heard, I still have 1 bonus spot left for my Amplify Love and Money 4-week digital course, $97. You're getting a bonus reading from me. I've had so much fun doing the bonus readings for people that have jumped in already in the course. The pre-work is already available. So I'll talk more about that at the end, but there is 1 spot left to get your reading for free as a bonus. So let's look at the 5 tips. The 5 tips, the first one is first surrender the how, right? This calls us to deepen our trust in the divine nature, in the universe, by continuing to release the control. Sometimes I've noticed, especially when you get into launch mode or when you get into too strong of goals, like this is exactly how it's going to happen. I'm going to make this much money on this launch. I'm going to fill this many client spots, have this much of that. And the other thing, sometimes while I think having a bigger picture strategy and things like that can be important for sure, knowing your numbers, I talked about that on another video, can be very powerful and is powerful. But when you attach it so strongly, if you don't hit your mark, each time you don't hit your mark on, oh, I'm going to fill this many on this webinar or this talk, I expect to make this much money, it puts a lot of pressure and it will start to make you feel disappointed, the failure energy will come up, the anxiousness will start to come into play, and you'll start to be in an energy of pushing, right, or trying to control or chasing instead of attracting. And so I think if you're in that space, surrendering the how, right? You can have your goals, you can have the numbers. I think knowing those things are powerful. It makes your ask that much more clear. But release the attachment to the how in that moment and just be curious, open up to, well, this will be interesting. How can I? And keep following your joy as you go through that. I know when I do launches, I have learned I just need to put more self-care on the calendar. It feels like sometimes the opposite, we don't have time for it, right? But I've noticed the more spaciousness that I allow, because I can cram it all in, pack in everything just perfect, and then all of a sudden I'm tired, or I don't leave space for the universe or for opportunities to come in that would actually be a way to attract clients, right? Maybe I wouldn't have time. I'd maybe be invited to a podcast, but my schedule might be too full. So I've learned to create more spaciousness, have more receptivity, be in that feminine energy of more self-care when you are up-leveling your income goals or your business, or when you're launching especially. It just helps you stay in that magnetic high frequency that's attractive for people, right? So the second tip is, when you are in resistance, sometimes just journaling, seriously taking 5 minutes to choose, I'm going to move through this, and give your voice of fear, address the fear that's coming up. What is the worst case scenario? Just giving yourself 5 minutes to allow yourself to voice that fear on paper and just allow yourself to release it. It gives it an outlet. You'll probably realize that what you were afraid of isn't the end of the world, right? It's not the end of the world. But bottling it up and not addressing it or acknowledging it or burying your head in the sand or obsessive thinking about how it's not working the way you thought it was going to will keep you stuck and keep you distant from achieving your goal. And so if you just take that few minutes to really journal out, okay, what am I really afraid of? Give the fear a voice, acknowledge it. It will move through very quickly, and you'll start to release that anxious energy and start to be able to get back into your inspiration again. Say hello as you're hopping on. And so and you'll notice your energy begin to shift very quickly, okay? So the next step is just to continue releasing the resistance and be present and accepting of what is right now, right? So maybe it hasn't gone your way exactly this month, or maybe you thought you were hoping it was going to go differently, or you didn't quite make your goal, right? Just surrender to what is. Get into that space of curiosity. So it's that continuing of that releasing, that continuing to surrender how you thought it should be and accept what is right now. That is your point of power. That is when you can begin to take your energy and your power back out of the situation where we've placed the pressure on a particular webinar or talk or having this number of clients. And instead, we're opening up more to the infinite possibilities of all the different ways that money can come in and even unexpected ways, right? It'll allow you to have more creative ideas. It'll allow your energy to be, again, more receptive and curious, and it will inspire a whole different energy that you'll be putting out. So the fourth tip around this, moving your energy around the anxiousness of money, is to tune in and just ask. You know, after you've released that work, you've kind of addressed what is the fear, just let it happen, accept what is, tune inward and just ask your intuition, ask God, your spiritual support team, however that higher guidance comes in for you, and really just tune in and open up and say, okay, give me some loud, clear signs I can easily understand. What is the next step I can take right now in order to align with this project being in its highest potential, right? Just really open up to that availability. I can't tell you, you know, when you're in spin mode and busy fear mode, you can't hear what your angels or what your higher self is trying to tell you. You can't always hear it because the spin is so loud. It's keeping you out of your body into the future or in the past, worrying about what didn't go right, or concerned that now you've got to have more people sign up at this next webinar. You know, all this energy is outside of your body in the future or the past. And so when we can just kind of get in that space of tuning inward and be present, the ideas and the inspiration will come back, and you'll get an epiphany around what next step you can take. And then, of course, you have to take the step, right? You have to be willing to take the step. Sometimes it might be around moving through your fear and pressing go live on a Facebook Live. That was public speaking, definitely one of my biggest fears. And I continue to have to stretch myself a lot of times, right? So sometimes it is about not necessarily around money. Maybe it is about an action that you're not choosing to take, but that's where this inner inquiry of what is really going on here. What's the worst case scenario? What fear am I hitting around this procrastination? You know, all those things are going to give you some very important insights. And the last tip I'd say, if you're going into for today at least, into a launch, or you know, you're up leveling, or you see that 2019 you really want to expand and get your message out in a bigger way, you know, when you're going through those times, it's a great time to definitely do the journaling and meditation space, and more, you know, receptivity, like self-care and nurture, will help you move through that growth and release more easily and stay grounded. But also just listening to the audiobooks, you know, when you're going for a run or when you're in the car, plugging in some of those podcasts and just on repeat, more than you normally would, even just placing yourself in the space of reminding yourself that you are part of the infinite, that you have everything available to you, that money is an energy, money is unlimited, you know, and really just really allow yourself to immerse yourself in those kinds of conversations and those kinds of audios while you're moving through this space, and it will help you shift and raise your vibration, your money set point more quickly and easily. So let me know how these tips are resonating for you. For those of you, I did want to do some angel cards. We'll see if there's any other ideas that come through that want to be shared today around just getting back into the vibration of receiving and attracting and not chasing, and trying being in that effort space, which can repel money and clients. And then as well, I wanted to remind you guys to check. I'll put this, I think I have it in my thing. I'm going to put in the comments below. I have a 4-week Amplify Your Love and Money digital course, brand new at an introductory rate. Today, I have one more spot available for the bonus private reading that you'll get, one more person will get around their love and money blocks. And then it's a 4-week course. There's so much. It's very transformational. We look at love. And that's your ability to attract and deepen your love in relationships and with clients, as well as soul aligned love. I know many of us are being called into those really high divine unions and relationships in this coming year. And so that will help you there. But the core of love and money is all about receiving and self-worth. And so I'm breaking down all those family, societal, past life fears around, or fears and blocks and patterns around love. And then we do activations. We raise your set point and open up to that unconditional love, activate your high heart chakra and your energies to these next level frequencies. So it's really resetting your energy to receive more in all areas. And then the next one is around money. So we'll hit all those. We'll clear the past, we'll raise the vibration, and we'll reset your next level goals. And then we're going to look at the masculine and feminine energies in week 3 and 4. Each week has a video module as well as a couple different clearing activations. And so it's a very transformational program, $97. Today is the last day for 2 payments of $55. And you can also submit to me any of your particular goals, since I'm creating this, or not goals, blocks or fears that you're aware of on any of those topics, and I will include them in the activation. So you're getting kind of a personal healing request into a digital course cost. Since I am making it in real time, I can do that. So that is that. So now the next angel messages that want to come through, and so that information is in the link below. The angel cards that want to come through is focus on your priorities. Where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they deserve. Even a small amount devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. So this is about really, focusing your schedule, focusing your time, your energy, your money, making sure that you are not saying yes to obligations and things that are not actually serving you anymore. Maybe they served its purpose for a while. But now as you're birthing something new, you're in a new energy this year, you want to expand, making sure that you have space for that, for your passions, for your excitement, for the business that you want to create. What's coming to mind for me that I'm getting reminded is making space in my calendar to actually just write a book. I started writing a book and I haven't finished. And so that is something that I am hearing right now for myself. Put it on the calendar, an hour or 2 a week. Make sure you make the space for the things that are important to you. Focus on your priorities. For me, this also feels like this is kind of getting into a little bit more concrete consistency around the actions you're taking in your business. Feel the fear and do it anyways. If you know you're supposed to be doing video or Facebook Lives, but you've been getting nervous, sometimes we do just have to feel the fear, take a deep breath, and do it anyways. You'll get better as time goes on. Do the work. So some of you guys are so the energy right now is actually taking the action, right? It's not enough to just dream or pray. You've also got to take the positive actions that you're being divinely guided to take. Consistently work on your priorities to make them flourish like a flower garden. So, and I'm just turning these over one at a time. So this is definitely a clear message that we're getting about taking the action. And something that's coming to mind right now is astrologically speaking, I'm not an astrologer, but I do follow it for sure. Might as well work with the energy that's available. This month in February, we eventually go into a retrograde, I think towards the end maybe, but right now, all of the planets are direct. The only time this year that all of the planets are going to be direct and there's not going to be all those retrogrades and things happening, which kind of sometimes feels like it slows the energy or calls us into reflection. And so I've heard on a couple of occasions, it's really important to utilize this forward motion momentum and get into action with your next level goals. And it's really going to be setting the pace for and the groundwork for and planting the seeds for this whole year. And so you want to take advantage of this energy. Don't stall around. It's important to start to take action. And the next card is clean energy food. It says when you fuel your body with healthful organic diet, you increase your energy levels and ability to focus. And this automatically leads to more efficiency, better ideas, higher vibration, which starts to attract golden opportunities and beneficial relationships. And a couple of things that's coming up with this, for sure, our body, right? I mean, for sure, when we're raising our energetic frequency, we can only, our physical body, we have to be in communication between our spirit and our body. And I get this message a lot too. Also, I think with exercise, water, and healthy foods, it literally raises your frequency so that you can hear your information more clearly and embody more of that higher light. We're going through an ascension. Most people that follow me are pretty aware of their energy opening up to these higher light frequencies. And it's important, a lot of people that I'm working with too, I'm seeing and myself included, are birthing new bodies of work or maybe new healing modalities. Like more information, higher information wants to come through, but we have to raise our frequency in order to be able to meet it and to receive it and embody that as well. But it definitely makes you a manifesting machine when you have like good, healthy, high vibrational fruits and vegetables and foods and water and hydration. And perhaps you're being called to not eat sugar or let go of alcohol, like different things. Your body's becoming more and more sensitive as you awaken and ascend. And so you'll notice that your ability to manifest will be much more effortless as you heed the call and really take care of your vessel, right? That's a big part of it. And it's about having that clear communication with your spirit and your body as well. I find my intuition is much more strong when I'm eating clean, exercising, getting enough sleep. So it really does come down to that a lot of times, but also you'll have more clarity of focus. I get that when I'm drinking too much caffeine, sometimes that will create more anxious spin as well. So that could be something for you as well, cutting back on things like that. So I hope this was beneficial. Check out the program below. It's like, I want to make it easy. Yes, it's definitely an over $500 value. There's also two bonus like office hour Q&A calls halfway through the program, so that if you need a little bit more guidance, you can do so. There's a VIP offer to get more in-depth reading and clearing work with me directly. But right now I do have one more bonus spot available to someone who pays in full for the digital course at $97 will get a 10-minute recorded reading and clearing from me around your biggest love and or money blocks, whichever you choose to focus on. So that's a pretty juicy bonus. I look forward to talking with you soon. Share this out if you find it valuable, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.